What's going on, Genius Nation? Welcome to the Daily Genius. I am Dr. Will, and as always, super excited that you are here with us on this journey for episode 103. For those of you that have been following us on the journey, we're doing 365 videos, live videos inside our private Facebook group, Genius Nation. So if you're watching this on YouTube, two things I want you to do. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, go ahead and subscribe, hit the notification. But I also want you to join us. If you want to join over 1,000 individuals committed to being the best version of themselves and creating a life that they love, and you want to receive tips, tools, and strategies that will assist you in becoming the best version of yourself, then I want you to join us in our private Facebook group. Simply after this video, go over to Facebook, find Genius Nation, and join us in the nation. The link, I believe, is in the description as well, so you can find our private Facebook group there as well. All right, today, Tuesday, I want to talk to you about connecting the dots. And every Tuesday, I'm going to be giving you a different aspect on connecting the dots and what that means for you in your personal life, in your business life, and in your professional life. What does it mean to connect the dots? And so on today's Connecting the Dots, I want to talk to you about who you are. Who you are. If you're going to create your best life and you're going to become the best version of yourself, you have to begin to do an in-depth study of who you are. How did you get to this point? You know, this is March what is today? Today is March the 12th, 2024. How did you get here? And how did you become who you are? I promise you, it's a fascinating story. It's a story that makes you not monolithic, but makes you very unique, right? And so what I want you to do as we talk about connecting the dots, I want you to take some time. I want you to take some time and ask yourself, who am I? Who really am I? And I want you to begin to look at all the experiences that you've been through. I want you to think about all the events of your life, because that's a composite of who you are today. But one of the things that I found in working and coaching hundreds of individuals, we never really stop and take the time to figure out who we really are. And so when we talk about connecting the dots, I want you literally to sit down, take some time, take out a sheet of paper and start writing down some of those events, some of those experiences that you've went through in your life. And I want you to start asking yourself, why do I believe what I believe? Why do I believe what I believe? A lot of people believe things, but they don't know why they believe it. Maybe you believe it because your mom or dad taught it to you. Maybe you believe it because your environment, your community, or your church told you to believe it. But I want you to start challenging what you believe and see if you have enough evidence in your life to believe it. See if you have enough evidence in your life to believe it. And this is, I've worked with clients and they've told me things like, oh, I can't do that. I can't do that. That was their belief, that they couldn't do something. And I would challenge them on that belief and tell them, well, give me some evidence. Give me some evidence of why you believe you can't do that. Give me some evidence of why you believe you can't do that. And more times than not, they weren't able to give me evidence. That means they were believing something that they shouldn't believe because they didn't have evidence to believe it. So I want to challenge you to start challenging what you believe. And this is such a powerful practice that you can get into, because I can tell you for myself, a lot of what I believe from age I don't know, whenever you start from age 1 all the way up to 20, a lot of that has changed simply because I investigated, simply because I challenged that belief. I challenged that belief. And so this is a practice, because if you don't do this, a lot of times you're just left with assumptions. It's not even, but it's just assumptions. And so I want you to operate in truth. I want you to walk in truth. I want you to be able, without a shadow of a doubt, say, man, I believe this, and this is why I believe this, right? And so I want you to check your belief system. Another thing I want you to look at as we talk about connecting the dots, I want you to ask yourself, who do I want to be in the next 5 years? Who do I want to be in the next 5 years? And I want you to give it some thought. Who do I want to be in the next 5 years? And once you get crystal clear on who you want to be in the next 5 years, I want you to write down three things that need to happen for that to become a possibility and a reality. I want you to think about, who do I want to be in 5 years? And then I want you to think about three things. So maybe you're a career professional and you say, you know what? In 3 years, I want to be part of the executive staff. What needs to happen? Who do you need to become? Maybe it's a course you need to take. Maybe you need to get better being a leader. Maybe you need to be better as a communicator. But what are three things that you can do, actionable steps that you can take? Maybe you want to start your own business. Maybe you want to take your business to the next level. Maybe you want to scale your business. You know, when I'm working with my entrepreneurs, like I tell them, you have to go from having an employee mindset to having an entrepreneur mindset to having an executive mindset. So if you're there, you're an entrepreneur, but you're still, you know, there's a lot of entrepreneurs that still operate like an employee. And so what shifts need to be made for you to go from the employee, from the entrepreneur mindset to the executive mindset, where now you're building out teams, where now you're thinking about vision, right? What needs to happen in the next 5 years for you to become the individual that you want to become? And what are three actionable steps? What are three actionable steps that you can start taking to ensure that's going to happen in the next 5 years? Not because you're just wishing and hopeful that it can happen, but that you're going to be intentional about it happening. So I want you to think about that on this Tuesday, connecting the dots. We want to connect the dots. We want to start making sense out of life. We want to start being intentional. We want to start being intentional about life. You know, I'll end here and close here. The last 2 days, I found out that two of my friends died. Right, one gentleman I was in the Army with, and he's around my age, so I'm 48. So he's, you know, I know he's not over 50. So right in between that 45 and 50, and I got a text that he had passed away. And then later on yesterday, I got another text that one of my high school friends had passed away. And definitely he's my age, so 48. These young men, they're young, like we're young, passed away. And then 2 weeks ago, one of my good friends here in Phoenix. So within a week, 2 week span, three individuals that I knew passed away. And it's just a reminder. People die every day, right? People die every day. But it was just a reminder for me, once again, to live full. My mentor, Miles Monroe, used to always say, you should die empty. Leave it all on the playing field. Don't take nothing to the grave with you. Don't take a good idea with you. Don't take a book with you, a song you're supposed to write, a poem you're supposed to write. Don't take it with you. A business you were supposed to start. don't take it to the grave. He would always say, Miles Monroe would always say, the wealthiest place on the planet is the graveyard, because in the graveyard is where dreams have died, innovations have died, music and songs and poems and businesses. They all died inside of individuals, making the grave site the most wealthiest place on the planet. Don't let that be said of you. Don't let that be said of you, right? You want to live. You want to live full until the day you die. So let's connect the dots. Let's start putting some stuff together. Let's start living intentionally, right? And start moving the needle forward. All right, that's what I have for you today for the Daily Genius. I'll see you right back here tomorrow, right here for the Daily Genius. Hey, remember, subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you're not a part of the nation, there is a link right in the bottom there. Join our nation. We would love for you to be a part of over 1,000 individuals committed to becoming the best version of themselves. All right, guys, talk to you tomorrow.